We are going directly to a presentation by Jamie Thomson, the CEO of Vulcan Forged. And the topic is why blockchain gaming is only just beginning. Jamie, well, I met yesterday. He's a good guy. Big round of applause.
Thank you, Matthew. Thank you.
Kill it, buddy.
Have a go on the microphone. Oh, thanks, Gaurav. Check, check.
There's literally 3 microphones up here.
Hello. Hello. Check, check. Hello, guys. I can see by a few empty seats that there were probably a few hangovers this morning, but it's the stream that counts. I'll pretend I'm talking to an arena at the back there. First of all, thanks to Agora and TDeFi for having us here. Honestly, this is my first time in Dubai, and I have to say that, yeah, I mean, it's just wonderful to network with so many connected and interesting people here, especially in the world of blockchain. I had no idea it was such a hub of connectivity, so it's great to be here. So, yeah, my name's Jamie Thomson. I'm the CEO of Vulcan Forged. There's our logo, stretched out, double the size it should be. And I'm giving a talk on why we think blockchain gaming is the future. Now, as gold sponsor of the event, we're kind of allowed to sort of make a presentation, which gives us a bit of an excuse to shill our own company as well. But I'll try and get the balance right. There's a lot to talk about in 10 minutes, so I'll try and sort of wrap it.
One of the top 5 busiest NFT hubs in the blockchain space. We host games, support games, but we also make games. Our main game is Vulcan Verse, an enormous and decentralized Greco-Roman fantasy world made up of 10,000 plots of land, all of which can be owned and built on by you using blockchain technology. You can build, fight, forage, and play in the next generation of decentralized world. We've also got Berserk, a multiplayer and high-intensity card collectibles game, Block Babies, Forge Arena, and even 3D chess. Vulcan Forge is powered and utilizes PYR. PYR is an Earth-20 token that is used to buy and sell assets, level up your land, stake, earn simply by playing or pool in gaming competition. Check out its white paper. Essentially, though, Vulcan Forge is about fun, accessibility, and community. Dope games, busy socials, and massive support networks. Drop it on one of our Discords to say hi, and we'll get you all sorted out, whether you're a developer, gamer, or speculator.
So as you can see, the games we make are probably, okay, they're not, you know, World of Warcraft yet, but, you know, that's the way we're pushing. So you can see, I think you can probably see a difference in our games compared to sort of certain blockchain games in where we're trying to push things. Just a quick note about that video, it is a bit outdated. We actually broke 20 million volume now, and we've got, I think, double the amount of games than we have now. So what I'm going to talk about is why I think there's such a discrepancy between the gaming industry and the blockchain gaming industry, because some of these numbers are actually very misleading. I mean, I think there are 2 metrics to look at when you think, is blockchain gaming successful? And I think the first is obviously the statistics, which we'll go into in a minute. And the second is just have a look. Now, obviously, it's hard for me to name names and show pictures, etc. I'm actually, you know, very connected and talk to the guys of the big decentralized worlds at Sandbox, Axie, and Decentraland. But if you look at the games we've got on the blockchain and you look at the quality of standard they are and the graphics and the user base, you wonder, why do they not have the same sort of, you know, what's the word? The same features, the same looks, the same presentation as other games. And now, I feel that is because if you come from a blockchain gaming background, or you want to make a decentralized world, for example, you know, Decentraland or Sandbox, you've got this underlying value given to the company, which is made by their token. So you can say, okay, you know, Decentraland is worth 500 million. Sandbox is worth, I don't know, maybe even the same now. I think, you know, a couple of 100 million, or Axie Infinity is out there and God's Unchained is worth all this money. Now, that value is actually, it's coming from the underlying assets of the NFTs which are trading. And of course, the token on, you know, Binance or the top exchanges. So when you look at the gaming market and to summarize, basically, without going all of them, the gaming market itself is $200 billion. And they haven't got a crypto token underneath it to say that's why we're 200 billion. They're 200 billion because of the sales. You know, you hear about $1 million Decentraland sale over the last couple of weeks. You know, one game, 1 week, one company in the gaming industry can make 1 million. You know, it's a massive difference between them. So that's why I think the blockchain and gaming company don't really push their standards as much, because they don't need to, you know. Once you've got this sort of funding and the crypto community in there, there's a lot of money to be made. Now, on the flip side, why do I think gaming companies don't move into the blockchain as much? Well, they're starting to. You've got like the Ubisoft entrepreneurial labs, Atari, who are, you know, testing things out. But I don't think they're going full hog on it yet, simply because why? Why would they? You know, if they're making these billions in their own industry with their centralized games, there's no real need to do it. But what you are finding is the top gaming companies are kind of going in the back door of these blockchain gaming companies. You know, they'll incubate and that accelerate and sort of open up a node on their network. So what they're doing is they're saying they're involved in blockchain, but they're sort of actually taking a piece of the pie of the market of blockchain gaming. So what is the market of blockchain gaming? So it's actually, NFTs alone is 22 billion, which is no small amount. It's not 200 billion, but it's a massive amount. Blockchain gaming is only 115 million, okay? I say only in sort of relation to other numbers. I'm not saying that's a small figure. So NFTs, I think, are driving the value of blockchain gaming, ownership, true ownership of digital assets. That's not going away, in my opinion. I think there is, and I'm speaking of this from an NFT engine and a maker and an incubator, and we make NFT games. I think we're in a bubble in terms of collectibles and digital art NFTs. I think they'll remain, but I think as mainstream comes in and dilutes the market quite a bit, I think you'll find that will sort of fade away a little bit, you know, because it was a very sort of crypto oriented sort of, you know, what's the word, selective people that wanted to do that at the beginning, and it's been very much diluted. Gaming NFTs, however, I think metaverses and virtual worlds, and obviously I might be biased because that's what we do, I think that's pure utility. Right now, our token PYR, it's on KuCoin, if you fancy market buying now, won't stop you doing that. It's come down with the market, but the interesting thing is our NFT volume in our marketplace has actually increased. The Bitcoin effect on NFT trades in any marketplace, I think OpenSea, ours, Vulcan Forged, Mintable, whatever, all the big ones, has only increased. Sales has got bigger. And so as our token has sort of, you know, come down a bit with Bitcoin, our NFT volume has shot up. That's why I have no doubt in my mind that tokens revolving around gaming and utility, where it exponentially rises with the more users, will be the ones that come out of this. And that will be the decoupling from Bitcoin. Those that are actually in the entertainment business, the gaming business, those are actually involved. More users, more utility, more token price. Okay, so how do we bridge this gap, and why should we bridge this gap? So in my opinion, the best way to do it, and I say best is because that's what we're doing, and obviously, you know, that's where I think is the best way to do it is, as I said, we're a game studio first. I think there are 12, 13 of us in-house in Greece. They're all game developers. We've got 35 of us spread around the world, America, UK, Ukraine, and Pakistan. There's 35 of us, and we just make games. So our strategy is, actually we can roll the last video here. I can sort of show you what one of our main games we're working on. Maybe put the piano down, which is a bit emotional, and this isn't really a motivational speech. Is what we're doing is we are making an incredible metaverse on blockchain first. So the shots you see behind me is a virtual world. Now, every shot you see here has been made by a user on blockchain in a fantasy metaverse with lore and history written by the fighting fantasy authors, okay? So we've got these mainstream writers, we've got these mainstream game developers, but we've started on blockchain with, we think, graphics that haven't been seen before in blockchain. So as I said, everything you see here has been made. People have laid the tables, laid the barrels, created, you can literally mold, like that whole interior was a user placing chairs and desks. So this is what we think the future of the metaverse is. So if we can do that, and the blockchain community, even this was made by a user, if we can get the blockchain community to say, wow, this is a really cool game, Let's snag the blockchain users in. Then we go to the gaming industry and say, would you want to play this game? If I was a Minecraft user, if I was a World of Warcraft user, I like to think we would. And that's, I think, the solution to bridging both the communities. Because right now, a lot of the gaming community, I don't think they would play a blockchain game from a gaming point of view. So that's where we are. And Vulcanverse is without doubt our biggest project. It's been years in the making. And we can't show you much more than this because we've had closed behind the scenes alpha testing for the last 6 months now. The full game, the full metaverse opens next month. And that's why it says goodbye alpha. We've closed alpha. And I am positive Vulcanverse, and I'm saying this without any arrogance, just only confidence, will become a household name like Minecraft or World of Warcraft. That's my genuine belief with the team we have behind it and the things people can make. My time is up, 25 seconds ago. Thank you very much for listening to me. Cheers.